EMS 1 Central. I need immediate police backup at this location. EMS 1 Central, we're gonna need USAR out here.
Yeah, I'll respond. Target down. Target down. I need EMS ASAP.
Evening, Chief. Hello, Dean. It's a wonderful evening.
That it is.
It's just too quiet.
Well, after what you've been through, I can understand why you're a little paranoid.
It's just too damn quiet for its own good.
Chief, you need to relax.
I guess I need to relax. It's just been after you've been through so much stuff, it's hard to find relaxation in 3 years of relative calm. Just think. Martin Rockwell's gone. John Pewtersmith dead. Cliff Ewing's dead. Millions of dollars lost. All that kind of stuff. I guess it does shake somebody up after a while.
Yeah, you ever think about going to see a shrink?
Oh, will you shut up, Dean? Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's PTSD. It's a classic case of it.
I guess. Oh, well, at least I'm better off than McKellen. McKellen's just drinking his problems away.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
He's a damn good cop.
Yeah, well, I guess I would be heavily drinking too if I had to deal with the federal government and all of its red tape.
Honestly, Chief, I'm surprised you haven't started already.
I'm not as weak like McKellen. I'm pretty tough mentally. Especially when you gotta run the city like this. I'm the brain behind Dennis Tarkin.
Tarkin's a good man.
Yeah, he's a pretty damn good mayor at last. Well, Dean, I guess I better just get used to the relative calm of Newark. The only thing we gotta worry about now is just burned out drug addicts.
Oh, those drug addicts.
It's like you had to deal with 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Fuck. Peter Smith we took care of Peter Smith, and I killed a civvy.
It happens, you know. Well, you know, I guess the worst thing than shooting a civilian is dealing with the Environmental Protection Agency. Just think of what McKellen has to deal with. No wonder why he drinks so heavy. He's got to deal with all that red tape that those environmental disasters, all that benzene, toluene, arsenic that Ewing just carelessly dumped outside of Newark, that of Peter Smith's blessing.
I can only imagine what McKellen's going through.
Just think about all the red tape, the investigations, and the fact that he has to go through the Superfund site, the Superfund Act, to just figure out, and they keep screwing up evidence. They found the suitcase, and it's already been damaged because a bunch of those stupid little environmentalists damaged it while digging up indiscriminately. It's a crime scene. You need to be careful with it.
Incredibly so. This is ridiculous. The incompetence is just phenomenal.
Well, we should be used to incompetence by now. We've been dealing with it for decades.
We need to get more competent people in the force.
Well, we got you, Dean. That's a start. Now, if only I could just get rid of George. Be a blessing.
God, he's funny though.
Have you, Dean, heard any updates yet on what's going on with Susan and the new Vice Department?
No, I haven't heard anything.
I thought she said she wanted a 10. What the hell was that?
Crosby, we gotta go! Come on!
Well, Chief, you were right. It was too quiet.
Yeah. You know what they say? It's the calm before the storm.
Midnight 30. Time of death.
We knew this day was coming. Don't you want me to make them pay for what they did to you? What do you mean, mistake? No. I'm gonna take something from him. I'm gonna take something that he loves. He's gonna wish you had him. He hadn't taken you from me. He's gonna regret that, April. He's gonna regret that. So what do you think? What do you think, April? What do you think of that? Mistake. It wasn't a mistake! It took you from me! And I'm gonna pay. You're gonna pay!
This one's for you, April. This one's for you.
Hey, you're gonna see this. Watch what I can do. You just make this too easy on me, you know that? Did you see that? You see his head? Oh, man. They're gonna need to repaint that house.
pretty nice sunny day to investigate, huh, there, Lieutenant?
It's too hot out here, Chief.
Hold on, let me help you. Okay, there we go. Think you can climb out?
I hope so.
Hold on, let me take a hand.
If I can get over the ladder, I'll be fine.
Ready? Don't fall. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. So, Pat, how's the pond progress going for you?
Well, there's not much to update, Chief. Really, I think we've got most of the bodies out of here, so I don't think investigating here anymore is going to do us much good.
No suitcase or anything?
No, there were some fingers in a fish the other day.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, I got the information from Joe back at the forensics lab. The information in the first suitcase is just, it's no good. It's all degraded. Nothing more we can do with that one. I came out here, I'm just a little worried, and I just need some advice about this. There was a murder yesterday downtown, another sniper victim, shot in the back of the head with a 5.56 millimeter round.
Well, you got someone on the case?
Yeah, I got Dean working it now. Hopefully he can figure out something.
Well, as you can see, my hands are pretty much tied here with this damn suitcase stuff. Still trying that undercover shit at the camp over there, trying to figure out if there's anything else on the Ewing cases, but...
Oh, is the camp now going to be another Superfund site? Did Petersmith allow Ewing to dump all of his toxic benzene at the camp?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, joy. Think about all the children that are probably dying right now from benzene poisoning. All their little fingers contorting out of shape and whatnot. Well, I mean, Dean's a newbie. He's the one who replaced you 3 years ago. So hopefully he'll be able to figure out something.
Hopefully.
Let's hope so.
Did you say it was a 5.56?
Yeah, it was an M855 5.56 round fired from some kind of AR carbine.
Isn't that what the Pecorinos used to use back in the 80s?
Oh man, the Pecorinos used all kinds of military-grade hardware. Probably got it from the Libyans. Terrorists, if you ask me. But it seems odd because the Pecorinos, not only did they lose all their power, they don't go after random people. The 3 people that were killed were just random folk. They didn't have any common theme at all.
Huh. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, we have had a little bit of trouble with the Pecorinos recently. What with that bomb thing at the airport? You know, they were trying to attach them to wheelchairs.
Oh boy, blowing up crippled people. Who would have thought? That's a new low for them. Yeah, I don't know what to do now, Pat. You know, this whole situation's just out of my hand now that I'm chief. I gotta let Dean figure it out.
Well, I gotta check something over this way so we can keep talking and follow me.
Sounds good to me. You know, McKellen, it's a damn shame that all this beautiful scenery here is being destroyed by corrupted corporate interests like Ewing.
Yep.
This is just really pissing me off. I just don't know what the motive is for these 3 murders, and I'm afraid more is going to come. I don't need to have Newark just become another crime-riddled cesspit. We've already let the people down enough times.
Well, Chief, I think you just got to let Dean do his job. I mean, he's supposed to be pretty good. I don't know. I haven't been working down there, you know, since I left the Vice Department, but I can't really help you that much. I've kind of got bigger pies to bake here, so, well, I got to get going. I'm going to buy some tacos.
Yeah, McKellen. Take it easy.
Well, Dean, this better be productive.
I don't know, Chief. I have a really bad feeling about this.
Oh, don't worry. Panic is your worst enemy.
We're dealing with the Pecorinos here. I mean, we're going practically into the freaking hornet's nest.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. They're not going to do anything to us. Their power is weak. They're impotent. You don't have to worry about it. Again, panic is your worst enemy.
All right.
I've been dealing with them for 30 years now. I'm not scared of the Pecorinos one bit.
I'm surprised a man like you hasn't been driven insane yet.
I got an iron will and no emotions. That's how you deal with stuff in life, Dean.
Speaking of which, you want to head up the donut joint after this?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps. All right, we're coming up to the place. Go knock on the door.
Jesus, Chief, you got enough firepower?
Just in case.
Who the fuck are you?
Detective Dean Russell, the Newark PD.
Chief Show Newark PD.
What do you want?
We're just here to ask you a couple questions.
I ain't saying shit.
I highly suggest you cooperate or I'll make your life a living hell.
Alright, come on in. As you can see, I've given up my life of crime to focus on real estate.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
Uh-huh. So what are your questions?
Where were you 4 nights ago?
Getting laid in the shower, reading magazines, nothing I need to prove.
Alright, that's enough.
As you may know, there's been a couple murders going on recently. Sniper style, military grade weapons involved.
Specifically, a 5.56 millimeter AR type carbine, the same type of carbine that you had when you were busted in '93.
Hey, watch it. I told you, I'm not into that anymore. After pretty boy Martin Rockwell pops my cousin, and after he gives me this limp, you think I'm gonna get back into it? No.
I never underestimate people.
So, why were you downtown about 3 Fridays ago, around 11 p.m.?
2 Fridays ago? I don't fucking remember. Partying, getting laid, fasting.
Remember the small talk. Where's the AR-15? You own one.
Alright, listen up. If I don't see a warrant, people need to clear out.
Hey, Dean, watch this.
They left you for dead, boy! And those two make Barney Fife look like a robot.
Fuck! Chief, you got away!
Hey man, what's the deal with this building? You know what I mean. How do you get in there without alarming anyone? You mean you don't know? I see you here every day. You and her, you're here every day. I see it. I see it all the time. Come on, man. All I'm asking you to do is help me get in there. You know, that's it. That's it. What do you mean you can't? Don't you know that expression? You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. All right. You can't say I didn't offer. When the shit hits the fan, don't come crying. You know what I'm saying? Well, that one is out of the question. April, what about the church tower? That's perfect. That's perfect. Why didn't we think of this earlier? Huh. Yeah, I like that idea. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, listen, big guy. I know we're not on the greatest terms. Kind of need to use your tower. But that's okay.
Whoa! Geez, sorry about that.
Confession was rough. You can't escape your sins, you know what I'm saying, Chief?
it, he's gone.
Another murder.
Nobody saw it coming.
You're damn right nobody saw it coming. 12 murders now.
Weren't you out jogging last night?
Yeah, I'm trying to lose the gut, but I didn't see anything. There was some suspicious guy, but I was at a church on the other side of the square.
What do you look like?
Tom, it's just some skinny guy in a thermal. We just typical trash of Newark that just litters the downtown at night.
Most likely. I'm still not finding any evidence on the shooter.
It's a damn shame. How the hell is this guy getting away with this?
It's the same thing we already know. He's using the same caliber bullet, same thing. High vantage point, pops off his target, then he gets the fuck out.
I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know why nobody's seeing him, you know? It's a big long gun, for Christ's sake. You just can't hide that in your pocket.
Maybe he scouts out the location, drops his weapon off, breaks back in at night, does his thing, pop off his target, then he gets the fuck out before everybody comes sniffing around.
This guy's too damn good, Dean.
Well, how do we know it's a guy? For all we know, it could be some lady that got insane to do this.
Oh, I don't know, Dean. You know as much as I do with the evidence we have. I mean, look at this. It's so random. All these murders, there's just no pattern whatsoever with them. They're so scattered, they make no sense. I don't know anything what this guy or gal's doing.
You're right there, Chief. There is no pattern, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Wait a minute. Look at this. That's the first murder right there.
Yeah.
And just a few blocks away, it's the second murder.
Mm-hmm.
And then that rolls into the third murder. That looks like it makes an A pattern.
Okay, that might just be a coincidence, Dean. I mean, let's not get into...
Moving on to like the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th murder, P.
Okay, I mean...
And then the rest of them this week, R.
Okay, that spells APR. Is this guy pissed off at his finances? That's something that I have no idea over.
I am not sure, but there was a reason why that point stuck out at me.
I don't know, Dean. I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
I don't know, Chief. I just feel like I know the reason behind this.
Let's not jump to any conclusions. I mean, crazy people do stupid shit all the time. APR, I don't know what that is for. Is it part of a name or something?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, people do crazy shit. I'm just curious, you know, it just doesn't seem to make any sense. There's nothing in Newark's history significant enough to piss somebody off to such a point that would drive them to murder in such a way.
Wait a minute. Fuck! Shit!
What?
April Stevenson! The girl I accidentally shot.
3 years ago?
I met her brother. He was pissed beyond belief that I killed his sister.
Well, no shit, you killed her.
He's got mental illness. He's behind this. What if it's him? What if it's her brother?
Dean, I've been around this town for about 25 years. I've seen everybody. It just doesn't seem to make sense. You know, my experience is most murderers in Newark are well-trained men. Revenge rarely plays into it.
But I killed his sister.
Dr. Kemp.
Hello, Chief Cho. How are you?
Well, I'm good. How are you doing?
I apologize for having to meet here in the park, but my office has been swamped this morning.
Oh, it's not the location, it's the information that matters.
That's true, and, you know, this is just so heinous. I've never had a patient do something like this before, and I've been in the medical field for over 20 years. It's a first for me.
Well, there's a first for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear about Henry.
Well, Henry, he was a patient of mine from 2001 to about 2009. We had sessions about once a month for, 8 years. But then when his sister died, I never saw him again. He quit coming to the sessions.
That sounds about right. April Stevenson was killed in June 2009 by a Newark cop. He was responding to a burglary that she had called in. There was a big shootout. He killed the burglar, then Officer Dean Russell mistook her for another target and shot and killed her.
Yeah, I heard about that. It was a real shame. April was a sweet girl, and Henry, he really loved her.
It's real unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very unfortunate, but we got a crisis back in Newark, and I need your help to solve it.
Well, I'll do all I can, Chief. It's just such a shock that Henry would do something like this. When he was on his meds, he was always relatively normal.
Give me the background to Henry Stevenson.
Well, from the sessions I had with Henry, he explained that he suffered a lot of abuse as a child. And my records show that from the age of about 12, he was showing signs of McDonald's triad, pyromania to be specific. He graduated in, I think, 1996, if my memory serves me, and then he joined the military from there, and he served for 3 years.
Was there any active combat? Was he in Kosovo? Was he in Bosnia-Herzegovina? Any of that stuff?
No, but he was training to become a marksman.
Oh, how strategic.
But in 2000, he was discharged for his deteriorating mental health. And in 2001, I actually diagnosed him as a schizophrenic.
What was his mental pattern at the time?
Well, Henry, he was deeply paranoid. He was always talking about the voices in his head, and he devised this bizarre conspiracy about the government trying to poison his potato salad. He was a real nutcase. I tried to even him out with medication, but he was always prone to bits of paranoia. They seemed unmanageable no matter how much medication I prescribed him. He was almost beyond help.
Right.
April always took care of Henry because his parents didn't want anything to do with him. And then in 2004, she moved him up to Newark from Coshocton. Coshocton's not a good town for those type of people, mentally challenged people. The citizens are very insensitive to those types.
Really? Because this town's full of them. When I was driving here, there was this guy in a polo shirt.
Did he flip you off?
Yes.
Oh, yes. He's one of my patients. He's an extreme case. I'm trying to wean him off of eating hand soap.
I see. I see. That's kind of
He's a real nut. But Dan, back to what I was saying. Henry seemed like he was getting back on track. That is, until his sister was killed. Then everything just kind of went downhill from there. He stopped taking his medication. He stopped coming to the sessions. I really was trying to get him back on track, trying to help him, but and at the end, it was up to him, and he wasn't willing. He was too far gone, I think. And now I haven't seen Henry since 2009. I was worried he had killed himself, to be honest. This is the first I've heard of him since then. It's just a shame. It's unfortunate news. I was kind of hoping it'd be about his recovery.
We have undeniable reason now that Henry Stevenson is responsible for the sniper attacks in Newark. The pattern is there. He's spelling his sister's name out by killing people in a prearranged pattern so that when we look at it on a map, it's spelling her name out. It's already the first 3 letters of her name, and we're very concerned about it. Everything is there. He's an ex-military guy. He knows the military hardware. He knows how to cover his tracks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Henry always liked patterns. It was like he was forming some kind of game.
Very sick game, if you ask me.
Well, yeah.
Either way, Henry Stevenson is a menace to society. He's a threat to everyone in Newark. He's a threat to himself. He has to be captured alive or killed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. What else do you know about Henry, Doctor?
Sadly, that's about all I do know. But what I can tell you is Henry loved his sister very much. Very, very much. And without her, there's really no one to take care of him, no one to love her, no one to love him, and no one for him to love. So his paranoia has really come back tenfold.
Obviously. Well, Dr. Campbell, I'm greatly appreciated that you had the time to talk to me. This will greatly aid our investigation back in Newark. It's greatly appreciated.
Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, there's nothing over here. I'm gonna move on to the next checkpoint. All right. Are you alright? What happened?
I've been shot.
It's only a grade, you're gonna be fine, guy. This is Officer Dean Russell, badge number 5699218. I need immediate medical transport. I am at the alley by the arcade between Riley's Bakery. I need backup, shots fired. Blocked your number. Who the hell? Hello?
Dean, you were so close.
Who the hell is this?
What do you mean, who is this? Don't you remember me, buddy? You took something very precious from me 3 years ago.
Henry?
I'm feeling good tonight, so I'm gonna give you an ultimatum. You can come and chase me. You'll probably never catch me. Or you can save your friend. Oh, by the way, you might want to hurry.
Yeah, I was just doing my nightly patrol, same as always, and I stepped up on the gazebo and had a quick meeting with Chief Joe. While we were having that meeting, shots were fired, and I made my way for the arcade. That's the vicinity in which the shot occurred. When I got to the alleyway, there was a middle-aged, balding, overweight male who had some kind of trauma laceration to his forehead.
We had a Vice Department officer respond to the scene of a gunshot from downtown Newark, and when he had arrived, it was a 40-something-year-old white male with a graze wound to his forehead. We apparently there was a phone call from the suspect, Henry Stevenson. When we had responded to the call by Officer Russell, there was nothing there. The only evidence we have is an M4 carbine, and it is the murder weapon. It is a weapon that was used in all the murders. For the most part, we're doing forensics on it. The fingerprints do confirm it is of Henry Stevenson. The whereabouts of Henry Stevenson, we have no clear idea where he's at this point.
As I was calling in medevac, I got another phone call. It was Henry, taunting me. Just the way his voice was he got some kind of sick satisfaction out of that. you, Chief. Right there. Right there. It's got to be there. Right there. This is Officer Russell. I got him. Henry's down. I need immediate paramedics.
Dean, what are you doing out here?
I just got a lot on my mind right now, Chief.
Well, I guess that would be on my mind too after you blew Henry's head off.
It shouldn't have come to that.
Dean, you didn't have any other choice when it came to shooting Henry. It was either him or you.
He was mentally disabled. I could have shot his arm so he dropped the weapon, and I could take him into submission.
Sometimes we have to do stuff that we don't like. Henry was failed by the system. Nobody helped him. There was no support for him. And this town was incapable of handling such a case as him. Nobody won in this fight. It's disappointing that he had to die, and it's disappointing that April was accidentally killed. But sometimes we have to do stuff that we don't want to do.
The system did fail him. I failed him. He was mentally challenged, and instead of helping him, I ended his life. I could have saved him. I could have just shot him in the arm. I could have wounded him. At least then he'd be incapacitated until medical assistance could arrive and we could get him into some kind of care. But I killed him. There's nothing I could have done but kill him.
Dean, even if you did just incapacitate him, it wouldn't have mattered. He probably would have faced the death penalty in the state of Ohio. What kind of life would it be to sit behind bars for the rest of his life? Henry murdered people. There's no denying that fact. He was a cold-blooded murderer who tried to spell his sister's name in this town by spilling people's blood. There was no other alternative. Don't beat yourself over this. It's all part of the job.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe I shouldn't let it get to me.
Because if it was the other option, your head would have been smashed in like a pumpkin. Sometimes we have to do the right thing even if it's not right, in the moral sense. You know, 2 Stevensons are gone, but Newark's a safer place. You have to look at it that way, Dean. Dean, do you need time off?
Yeah, I think I do, Chief.
It's probably best for your mental health. I don't need you turning into Frank Callahan or Martin Rockwell.
Yeah, I don't think the department could handle another one of those situations.
No, we don't. Well, Dean, I'll give you a month vacation. Does that sound good enough for you?
Sounds good, Chief. Sounds real good. Thanks for understanding, Chief.
Dean, mentally recover. I'll see you in a month. See you, Chief.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say